How, like I've seen scenarios where we've generated reports. It should have been a workflow step where like, okay, based on this information, generate this note or produce a plan that you're supposed to do off of that, or off because you're supposed to check with this. You've got four things on your report. You need to mark that you've done four things now so that it gets pushed to the next person in the workflow, and that they see that actually it shouldn't even be a report. It should be a workflow step, right?
A lot of times when you talk to a customer or you begin like a software project or anything like that, everyone's like, yeah, we definitely need we need reporting off of it. We need to know the data about it. But unless you have the discussions about what you're going to do with it, again, like you said, you're going to make reports that don't get used by anybody, or a module where they can go download it. And like you said, I don't, this is cool, I guess, but what am I doing with this, or what action am I taking with this? It's so important to find out, like, so what are you going to do with it? Or what do you need done with that information now that you have it? Oh, I would like this done. Okay, who's going to take that action? Oh, it'll be this person. Okay, can we talk to that person and make sure that we understand how they would take the action off of it? Because like you said, maybe it's not a report. Maybe it's a step that they need to respond to earlier in the chain, and instead of going back and validating 50 records that flowed through, they do one every 2 weeks, very early in the step. Or maybe it is a process that needs to happen at the end. Maybe that in itself needs its own system where they can take action against some records or some information or some you know widget that went through one process already, and then instead of handing them a report where they're manually checking it off with a pin, they're actually working through a system like that. So yeah, finding out who's going to actually take the action and how they would take it is important. And then in just normal software development, that's really important. I know that I've worked with customers before where you have really smart people, maybe a CTO or a CIO that's like, here's a cool application that I think would really help my users. But if you're not talking to the person that's actually using it, you may make something that slows them down, right? They're used to the little terminal script where they've got their single letter arrow enter, I've got all my things and I'm done. But when you make it this beautiful system that we can report out of, they're like, why do I have to click 6 times? Why am I picking a customer in 9 different drop downs? So getting those people that are actually going to be the ones using it daily, so important for making good software.